I'm Donald LaBarr Jr. In 1993, our family suffered a horrendous hate crime here in the county of Montrose by a wide range of local law enforcement personnel. We wrote a book about it. In 2007, we released it. I went to 200 media agencies, but at the same time, I was driving into town every single day to pick up a worker from the jail work release center. Next thing I noticed, I was being followed in my tracks, in and around through this center, in my exact vehicle tracks. Okay, in this next scene, notice how all the windows were perfectly squeaky clean as they captured video of me simply involved in normal, routine farm work. I picked up a worker from the jail work release center 6 days a week, every week of the year through that period. And here is Detective Hall and Officer Worthington in front of me, simply after I simply turned onto the one of the town's two main streets, simply driving home from the jail work release center to the estate 5 miles south of town. Here we are driving through a 25-mile-per-hour zone. He has it zoomed in so it looks like I'm right up on his bumper, but that's considerably back there. Here I am talking with farm worker named Rebecca, who had just been picked up out of the jail work release center. We are simply driving along one of the town's two main streets. Apparently, Hall had been involved with Jerry Montgomery of the 7th Judicial District and who had coached him. He needs simply go out and capture a little video of me out and about downtown and then fax in a citation for stalking a police officer. The stickiest possible CRS violation known. Then they added to that a felony restraining order. So if I was even seen in town, yeah, this was a very normal, routine, daily trip home to work from the jail work release center. But apparently, Hall had just contacted Jerry Montgomery over at the 7th DA's office, and he was beginning a heinous civil rights violation, one that would ruin my life, continue the prosecution that began with the first false, fictitious 4-point careless driving ticket. Hall also followed me halfway through town the day before that first careless driving ticket. Now watch him call my attorney with a heinous violation.
Well, I need to talk with you about Eddie. Yeah, you're going to probably be needing to represent him again. Oh. I actually need two things from you, if you could. First of all, this morning, Eddie was following Chris Worthington around again. This isn't the first time it's happened. But we are going to cite Eddie with harassment, and I do need to issue him a citation. What I'm hoping can happen here is that you would meet me at the police department, maybe in your company. I'm just trying to avoid a confrontation, is the long and short of it. But I am going to be issuing him a citation for harassment. And second of all,
we've asked the FBI to investigate. Those people had equipment on our property in 1993, we believe it was out of Cheyenne Mountain. Tom Chin was sitting down here supervising all this. Keith Caddy was there.
He's just not quite right. He's not dangerous. He's harmless.
Well, I don't know if we can lend towards him not being dangerous. I don't know if you visited his antimafia.com website, but I know I'm listed on there, and I know a lot of our other officers, including Officer Worthington, is listed there. And even though he says that the stuff on that website is for, I don't know, fun purposes only, it's some pretty blasphemous stuff. And that's not the reason we're citing him. This is just not the first occurrence. This just happens to be a continuing pattern. Remember, he's the assistant DA. It's not Merle. It's
Merle?
No, Merle's the DA. Who's the assistant DA? It's not Mark. It's
Jerry.
Yeah, I think that's who it
Jerry
is.
Montgomery.
I talked to Jerry this morning already about the case.
Well,
I do have a minute, but really the decision has already been made. We are going to cite him with harassment. Like I said, I'm just trying to avoid a confrontation. If at the district attorney level you guys want to work something out, then that's your guys' deal. but I'm really just trying to avoid a confrontation here. As far as,
Well,
something I'm unfamiliar with that. If you can accept a citation on his behalf, I am more than happy to do that as well.
yeah.
I need a signature.
Like,
Do you want me to fax you the citation then? Is that how you want?
yeah, fax me the citation.
I think it's something where I have to have the signature, or I have to have something today. I mean, it's essentially an ongoing case until I get the citation served. So tomorrow will work just as fine as today.
Is that okay? Okay. Well, that sounds good, and I'll just deal with the DA from now on. But I'll try and reach him today to tell him to stop following Worthington around.
Yeah, that would be great. It's becoming, well, it's risen to this level anyway. What's your fax number?
Generated $8,500 in fees before the case was thrown out for absolutely no merit. Merle supervised everything through the criminal generation of costs and fees, also interacting with Detective Mark Snelling and Judge John Mitchell. Here, Snelling actually took the diesel engine out, switched it with a lighter gas engine, totally re-engineered and remanufactured the vehicle entirely, added skid marks in there. I was literally run off of my home, literally run out of our nest egg up here, literally criminally extorted out with bad prosecution. Finally, in 2008, we made it out, and here we are in Las Vegas and Los Angeles. I was nearly rotting away in prison during the whole duration of that film clip that we did in Sunset. Yes, just rot away in prison. Nobody else would have heard this one and done in Vegas either. Finally have no place to hide. They come and then they talk to you. And then they tell you what to do. They say, I wanna run away with you, just flying away into the blue. Yes, absolutely nothing but being buried alive in the coffin of misery in a small town frame-up, just rotting away in the local prison in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, part of the investigation inquires as to whether they use my image as a SWAT target.